Hello everyone, my name is Marie and welcome to the channel. We have just finished playing Disco Elysium and it has been an amazing experience. So I wanted to spend some time just, chatting about characters. And here I will express my personal opinion about these characters. Of course, it's going to be highly subjective, so if you agree or disagree, please feel free to mention it in the comments. But please remember to stay respectful. Thank you. So let's begin. I will start by putting all the characters that we haven't met during my playthrough in never seen category here. Alright, here are the characters who we didn't speak to. They look fun for sure. I would love to meet this guy, and to be honest, this one looks quite intriguing. And maybe I've seen him, but I really don't think so. And yeah, we've seen all the other ones. I don't think I've missed anyone. So let's discuss them. I would like to start with someone who I'm sure about, and this is probably Annette. She is a really nice kid, she has a wonderful voice, she is polite, she's smart, she is very curious, she likes reading, so I just adore this girl. She is incredible. And she is going to S tier for sure, there is no doubt in my mind about it. And I really liked how we can have a proper conversation with her, about books or about her little insecurities. We can help her with her mother, so I think that overall this character is amazing. I want to talk about Dolores Dei or Dora, I'm not even sure how to address this character. And yeah, it was a very painful experience, but I honestly think that the dream sequence with Dora was the best I've ever seen in a game. And maybe even comparing to, major TV shows and movies, dramas, all these things, it was just so incredible. And the way she balanced between being Dolores Dei and Dora was just done beautifully, really. And the actress is amazing, so I love it. Not maybe, as a person, but as a character, she is just incredible. And all of the characters in Disco Elysium honestly deserve praise, but we are comparing them to each other, so that is fine. Now I would like to consider Acele, I think, because with her character, I was a little bit surprised. Initially, I loved her a lot. We gave her a hat and it was really sweet and it looked like she was opening up to us. But then she mostly just talked about all the other teenagers in her group. So she kind of became less important to the story and I didn't really like that. So I would put her in A tier after the first conversation, but after all the other ones, I'm giving her a C. In my personal opinion, the smoker on the balcony is just full of unrealized potential, honestly, because he's such a mysterious creature, let's say, especially for Harry, who was shocked by homosexual underground. But for this, I'm really grateful to this character because thanks to him, we could talk, to him about this. But it's really interesting overall because he was kinda a red herring. He found a witness for us, but it wasn't really too significant for the whole story and murder mystery. I like him, but we didn't really have enough of him to put him in A or S. So let's do B for the smoker on the balcony. And you know what? Garte. I love Garte. Honestly, he is amazing. He makes sense. This is maybe a little bit controversial, I don't know, I feel like people might not like him, but he's very reasonable. He's the owner of the establishment, and when his establishment was hurt, he didn't really treat Harry that well because he was the one who damaged his beloved whirling in rags. So it's understandable, but then when Harry literally put himself on the line for him and for the city, he cleaned his room and he was really nice, So I like him and I think he is a great character and he's probably a pretty good person as well. I think I would like to talk about Washerwoman a little bit because, to be honest, she was kinda boring. I'm sorry to say that, but maybe that was the point, but I wasn't really excited about talking to her, even though she provided some useful information about Ruby, you know, but I wouldn't say that there was anything special about talking to her, so this is why she is D tier. This woman is horrible because she almost shot Kim, so there is no redemption for her. I think it's understandable. And by that logic, of course, Kim goes to S tier. And if you watched my playthrough, you know that I did not trust him for the first 10 hours of the game, probably. But then we really started bonding and we just became friends, you can say. He is very professional, like to a fault. He is so incredibly talented as a detective. It's really inspiring, you know, and his dance moves are just on another level entirely. So of course my guy is going to S tier. And you know, Harry. I love Harry, I am attached to him a lot. And my Harry, he was all about psychology, about being empathetic, and about making people talk to him and tell him the truth. So I am attached to him, and he hasn't been drinking for the whole week. Hooray, hooray, you know. So he's really trying, and his story with Dora is just so heartbreaking that he is here for sure. And you know, Annette is probably a little bit boring for some people, but for me she just was this little bright ray of sunshine that brought me pure joy, so she's staying here. I honestly just trying to think about people who aren't S tier here. Oh, Measurehead for sure. I don't like this guy and I don't really understand him. Like, half of the things he was saying, I wasn't really sure if I am not educated enough to understand this guy or what. I know that he brings something to the game, but to be honest, if he wasn't there, I wouldn't really miss him. So he is in D tier for sure. Oh, also this guy. Listen, I get that he was very important for the end of the game, of course, and his motivations are kinda interesting. I think dialogue with him was probably the one that I didn't enjoy at all. I think it was also because it was at the very end of the game when I was already very, you know, excited about the finish line, and then we just had a 40-minute talk with this guy, so he's here with all these lovely people. Thanks to this guy, we got our first magnesium, so I'm grateful, but there was nothing interesting about you, so you're here. I also want to talk about this one. I don't know his name. I know that they mentioned it, but I don't remember it. Because, you know, this character is really interesting. Because thanks to this guy, we realized that, no, we didn't have all the information about mercenaries. And it was just really interesting, and it brought a lot of tension because this guy had full-on armor and we knew that it would be really difficult to hurt him. So I really like what he added to the story, but his role was pretty insignificant, so I'm deciding between B and C, but I think we're gonna go with B because I really like his role in experiencing, you know, execution scene. So it was memorable. The fact that Cuno care is forever in my heart, you know, I hated this guy when I met him. He was so annoying, he was so rude. But then through the story, we see that he really has a good heart. He was even excited about helping us, you know, with the police work and everything like that. So, and he cared about Cunoesse so much. It's really rather sweet. He's just lacking some manners, but it's understandable considering where he lives and the environment he has, so it makes sense. And we have Cunoesse. Where is she? Cunoesse is also very protective of Cuno, and she is a very interesting character. I would like to know a little bit more about her backstory, and about this whole dangerous business, considering what she did, because we don't really know what happened. At least in my playthrough, we don't have enough information. So this is why she is A tier character, not S. I would just prefer to have a little bit more connection to her as a character, you know, some maybe emotional connection even. So I think this is looking rather good, and let's see all the other characters. Lilienne is a great character, and I like that she shows us that Harry has potential to be a better person. She sees it in him, she wants to spend time with him, she trusts him, you know, because she wanted to be alone with this man in the dark. So she's giving him a chance. But at the same time, like with Cunoesse, I didn't feel enough emotional connection with this woman. We can see that she's a wonderful mother because her kids are just delightful. But again, she's an A tier. And by the way, I think that all of her kids are also going into A tier. No, I liked one of them. So one of them is going into A tier and another one into S tier, and it might not make sense, but I remember that I liked one of them a little bit more. Probably pictures are all wrong here, but all of them were just really nice and pleasant to talk to. But again, I just missed something. It would be the same with Annette, but with her we had all her struggles about, you know, her relationships with her mother, and she was chewing her nails or something like that, biting her nails, yeah. And we talked about being a detective, so that is why she's here and they are here. At this point, Egghead feels like my spirit animal, so of course he's going here. He was so fun and joyful. I adore this guy, and if I'm not mistaken, he supported us being against drugs in their nightclub. So I like him a lot. He is a good kid. And these people, Andre, alright, Andre is going to A tier just because he is related to our dancing scene. And it was like the most exciting thing ever in existence, of course. No exaggeration here. And this guy is just, you know, honestly, not even B. He's kinda cool, but I don't feel anything about him. He's just, you know, meh. So yeah, I think they can be together with Acele right there. Oh my god, Yvonne. I love Yvonne. What was she saying? There was a phrase that I really liked. I don't remember, but her French accent is just so cool, and I don't know, listen, I know it doesn't make sense because I was like, hey, I don't have emotional connection with these guys, and for some reason I do have some connection with Yvonne. I was happy to hear her voice. There is something special about this woman, maybe it's just impact of her voice actress, but I love Yvonne, alright? I love her a lot, and she's staying right there. Ruby. Alright, again, this might be controversial, okay? I kind of really dislike her because I don't understand what she was doing. I didn't like how she was talking to us, and let me just explain a little bit. So basically, I don't understand why she left the Hardie Boys, because if she stayed with them, they would never tell anything bad about her, because their trust would be strong. They would be, you know, this whole unit together, the whole 8 of them. But she kinda just ran away. She was very suspicious, and of course Titus started doubting her. And you know, Tommy and Washerwoman told us that Ruby is a very nice person, but we didn't really get to see that side of her. We just saw a person who was really scared of Harry, who was sure that he was a dirty cop, and she didn't even give us a chance to talk to us because we would be nice, you know. There was no need for the pail. Of course she was scared, she panicked. It's understandable, but I don't really like her, and I didn't get to see this good side of her everyone was talking about. The other person I'm not a fan of is Gary, because he's a racist and we don't like those people here. So he's just staying where he needs to be. I didn't really like his dialogue as well. It was still well written, but I would just say there was nothing special about it. So that's why he's staying right here. Same goes for this guy. I honestly don't even remember his lines, because with all the other Hardie Boys I at least remember something, but with this guy I don't remember what he thinks or feels at all. So that is why he's here. And all these people are going to sit here because I remember something they were saying, and this guy helped us a lot. I think his name is Angus, if I'm not mistaken. They just didn't have enough content for me to get attached to them or have any other sort of thoughts and feelings. This guy, by the way, can also go to D tier. His portrait, by the way, is incredible. He looks just so good. But I remember him just nodding one time, I think, when Titus was hesitant about whether to say something about Ruby or not, and this guy nodded. So that's all I remember, really. Titus is incredible character, really. I had such a roller coaster with him. I hated him, he annoyed me, I loved him, I trusted him, I felt betrayed by him. So this whole journey with Titus was just amazing. And he's protecting his people. Even with Ruby, he really didn't want to say anything, but I think the only reason why he did, because he suspected her way before we did. So it was like his gut feeling or something. Even though it was kinda wrong, he still wanted to protect her. He just didn't know if it was the right choice. Oh, and I forgot about Shanky, so he's going here as well, even though he was a little bit, you know, louder than some of these guys. Oh, wait. I just noticed that they all have the same background. Do you see? Wait, yeah, is it about all the union workers? Where is Evrart? Leo as well? Wait, I am not putting him there because we didn't discuss him yet. Where is Evrart? Yeah, all of them. How didn't I notice it? I feel so silly, really. So let's put them back. Yes, I think this is it. No, like that. Yeah, amazing. So Shanky was interesting, and I remember him screaming a lot of things, but I don't remember what exactly he was saying, so this is why he's here. And Leo is great, but again, I don't really remember what he was saying. I remember that he had wonderful blue eyes, and he was very polite, he was very cute and sweet, but I don't know. Alright, he deserves to be a little bit higher than these guys. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. So he's really in between for me. But alright, let's leave him here and maybe we will move him up. But I know that Elizabeth is here 100% because I feel the same thing as for these two characters. She gave us amazing gloves, and I really liked how she pretended to be a gardener. It was a lot of fun. And then she really tried to protect the Union and the Hardie Boys, and I think in general her intentions were really good, so this is why she's here. Evrart is going right here, not because I like him as a person, but he is a great character. You never know what is going on with him because he seems so friendly, but at the same time he's kind of terrifying, and I loved that moment when he was, I don't remember exactly how it sounded, but he said something like, "Hey boys, relax, everything is fine," and we realized that someone was watching us. I think that was the situation, if I didn't misread it. And it's just, you know, with him you're always wondering what's going to happen next and if he's going, you know, to kill you in a second. So it was lots of fun. That is why he's here. And you know, now when I'm thinking about it, I think little Lily is going here because I don't know how to explain it. She was hella cute, again, brought smile to my face, but there was just something missing, really. Even her brother, who wasn't saying much, added a little bit more to my personal experience. So this is, yeah, this looks better. So let's continue. I barely remember this woman, so that's why she's here. We have two types of characters here, as you might understand. The ones who I genuinely don't like, the ones who hurt me personally, like this one, and the ones I don't remember. So this is our D tier. Let's give Alice her deserved pretty privilege because she's gorgeous and she has an amazing voice, and that is the main reason why she's here, and I don't really care if it's wrong. It's my tier list, so this is where she's going to be. Wonderful. And Joyce. I have no idea what I think about Joyce, really. She gave us money, that was lovely, and she of course influenced story quite a lot. I would just wish for her not to be so damn serious all the time, honestly, because with her, yeah, she gave us so much information and sometimes talking to her was interesting, but I just needed a little bit of fun woman, really, like a couple of jokes. I think she had some, but I don't even remember them. And I could never understand what her intentions were, so she's staying right here. Then we have little Mikael, and he was cute, he was fun, and yeah, this is a perfect place for him, honestly, because I do remember liking him, and I enjoyed that we could never guess when he's going to say something in conversation with his father. So yeah, you can stay right here, honestly. This guy was a huge disappointment because we were very excited about a witness, and then we met him and the conversation was just kind of really boring, I think. So he stays right here and I don't regret it. He can just go and have fun with his Sunday friend, no problems, but you are not going higher than any of these people. This guy, you know, right to work, yeah, I remember it so well. He's just so violent. I get that you want to avenge your colleague, but it was so drastic, and I didn't understand why he was doing it at all, so we don't like this guy, alright? He's handsome, don't get me wrong, but no, not a good human being, that's for sure. This one, oh my god, I forgot about her. She is lovely. She is so sweet, she's so nice, but at the same time she's professional, she's giving Harry a chance. I love her, especially at the end of the game when we had, you know, our final conversation with our colleagues. I love her. She is great. By the way, where is this guy? What was his name? Jules? Something starting J, right? This guy is interesting. He's definitely going to A tier because, yeah, he has been very rude to Harry for the whole duration of the game. But I kinda get it. He is our partner, right? And we disappointed him so many times with the drinking, with, you know, memory losses, with saying that we're disco, we're better than everyone, we don't need anyone to solve crimes, we're the best. And just imagine that the person who you rely on and you need to trust to a certain degree is always disappointing you. That is exhausting, and by the end of the game, Harry and this guy, they hugged, you know, and I really think that if Harry stops drinking forever, they can build great partnerships. So this is why he's here, and I think it's well deserved, honestly. Also, we have the Novelty Dicemaker, and I feel this is controversial, okay? I'm almost sure, but I don't know what people think about her. It was so long. Yeah, doomed commercial area. Wonderful. We found out what happened. Thank you for a custom dice. I think I ordered like a super dice or something. She said that it was more expensive than others. I'm not sure. But it was such a long conversation, really. And again, I just missed some sense of humor. She sounded a little bit arrogant to me. I don't really know how to explain it, but she kinda had a vibe that she's better than Harry, and I didn't enjoy it at all. This queen, you know, she is great, she is fun, she represents just all the lovely things about young Rivasholian, or however they're called. I like that she was reading journal. Her intonations were just incredible. She's just a lot of fun, but alright, she probably doesn't deserve to be that high. So yeah, together with Elizabeth sounds right. And you know, Joyce doesn't feel right here, so we're putting her in C tier because yeah, she's helpful, especially in terms of giving us information, but no, she's staying right here. These 4 characters belong in B tier for me, okay? We don't have that many left, honestly. So Tommy is great. He is thinking about his family. He wants to sing, to write poetry, and he's just a really nice guy, honestly. Alright, I can't give him S tier just because I love all these people more and I have a very strong emotional connection. Yes, Yvonne, we cannot explain it, but she stays here. But with Tommy, yeah, I think he's an A tier. I love him, he's wonderful, he is very pleasant to talk to, but he stays right there. Lena is, oh my god, she's incredible. You might be wondering why she's not in S tier. I don't know, that is how I feel. Yeah, she stays here. She's wonderful and she's lovely, and her childhood story helped us at the end of the game, you know, meet, what was its name? Insulidian Phasmid, I think, right? So thank you, we are forever grateful. And her husband is not that memorable, to be honest, so yeah, you're out of his league, lady. Talking about out of his league, classy. This woman, oh my god, I loved how her character makes us doubt Harry and his feelings and his emotions. It was truly brilliant. And she is smart, she's just manipulating everyone, you know, it was so incredible, and experiencing this with her was lots of fun. But this lovely lady made some questionable choices, and that is why I can't, you know, put her anywhere here. So she is in this B tier where I have all the characters that made my experience with the game much better, but I don't have any like personal feelings towards them. All the drunk guys are honestly like union members. I don't really have a lot of feelings towards them. I know that this one probably has some backstory, but he wanted a bottle of alcohol for it, so I didn't give it to him. I think he's going to stay here. This one was honestly like a local store, so he's really insignificant in my opinion. We couldn't even talk to him properly. But you know, Abigail guy, no, there is something special. I don't care. There is something special about this guy, the way he was just constantly talking about Abigail. Yeah, he's in B tier for sure. This list is pretty long already. Let me just zoom out a little. Alright, this looks better for now. And we don't have that many characters left, which is kind of fun. Insulidian Phasmid, by the way, is going to B tier. Again, made my experience much better. It was very memorable. No personal attachment, but the photo was so cool. Really, it looks gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. By the way, with the same logic, Mega Rich Man, he was fun, alright? He gave us a lot of loves and money, which was amazing, because otherwise game over with my real Musor achievement. So he's staying right here. Thank you, Mega Rich Guy. To be honest, with the characters that are left here, I don't really have a lot of strong emotions about these people. Wait, except this one. Oh my god, that was so horrible. She is here for sure, because I got really teary when we were talking to her about her husband. I mean, not in the beginning of the game, because it wasn't that emotional, but you know, when we solved another case and The whole scene was just so touching, so she's definitely here. Maybe I would even put her here. Yes, you know what? Yes. We talked about Cockatoo and she was just great. Yes, she stays here. I'm happy with this decision. And with these people, with our Sona the programmer, sorry, but no, I was bored. Yeah, she was talking about science, but that's not why I'm saying it was a little bit boring. I just wasn't invested in this whole storyline, honestly. It was kind of fun when the church almost got destroyed, but other than that, not really. I like that she accepted our dearest teenagers. I'm not sure what's his name. I think it's Trent or something like that. I like the little twist at the end of the game, but other than that, not really, not memorable. But yeah, I think he deserves to be here. Maybe Sona deserves to be there as well, because it was kind of fun when she was screaming, you know, trying to be louder than the music. Yeah, you can be here, that's fine. Plaisance. I like Plaisance, maybe more than most of these people, but not enough for B tier. I wouldn't say that she made my experience way more special, like these lovely people. So she's here, but she's like the queen of C tier, alright? We have two hanged people, Harry and, you know, the original Mercenary, and they made my playthrough more special, so this is why they rightfully go into B tier, like all of these people. And the voices, oh my god, they were so, you know, deep, and it was just a pleasure listening to them, honestly. This guy, I think Tiago, something like that, right? It was kind of fun, but I enjoyed talking to these two more than to Tiago. Yeah, he was kind of mysterious, you know, really religious and all that stuff. But I think that if I don't play Disco Elysium for like a year, I will not remember him at all, honestly. And this races driver, again, races, they go to D tier, especially considering he was offending Kim, which is a no-no. So you stay right here. This guy, I'm putting him in C tier because I really like this whole storyline, you know, about having just a regular accident and the tragedy with this lovely lady, his wife, you know, it was just very human, this whole experience, and the storyline was good. So he's here just because she gives us the main perspective on this storyline, and he's there, but we could, you know, talk to him exactly. That's why he is in C tier. This woman was really interesting before she opened the door, but after it, nothing special. And the same logic as with Tiago, I don't think I'm gonna remember her, unfortunately. And by the way, this was funny because I was sure this was some sort of a rifle or a gun when I saw the portrait, and then it was just a broom. So, did you think it was a weapon as well? Or was it just me? And let's see, C-Lane, I don't know. Listen, oh my god, I like that he's cool and all. He's lovely, but I don't really feel anything towards that guy. These two, I don't even remember what they were saying. They were just kind of bullying Harry, which I don't appreciate, you know. And this one, I liked him a lot, to be honest. Yeah, he's going here because I like that he was kind of translating what Harry said to his precincts, and he was just paraphrasing everything. So it was kind of funny because he wanted it to be a normal conversation and we were not helping at all. Sylvie, poor Sylvie, you're going here because I liked what you added to the game, but we didn't talk to you enough and we don't know enough about you. But this is where our sorry cop journey truly began, no doubt about it. These two guys, I cannot tell you their name. They, of course, are going to be tier because they gave us their jackets and that was beautiful. and that was memorable, so you deserve to be here. Same with Cindy the Skull, because she was kind of bullying Joyce, and she's done this huge writing on the street that was so cool. We could light it on fire, so I loved it, absolutely loved it. And she's fun. I don't know, she's just, you know, a little bit sassy, and I think she's cool. I might be even... No, I will not put her higher, but I loved what was connected to her in the story. The pigs, honestly, she just made me too sad. She, of course, is a very memorable character, but you just feel so upset about this whole situation, really. It's so disturbing, and I just hope she's gonna be okay. Titus promised to help, so I think he's gonna do it. This pale driver, oh my god, she was such a disappointment, honestly. We couldn't talk to her for like half of the game, and when we did, we just discussed drugs. I just expected her to be this super mysterious woman who will talk in riddles and, you know, things like that. So I was disappointed, but her portrait is gorgeous. One of my favorite ones for sure. And with her, I honestly think it's my problem, because I expected so much from this character. I think I tried talking to her so many times, you know, when I found Renee's photo, when I found Mabel's, and basically when I found any item for the first time. Like, I went to her with postcards, with tape recorder, like with anything I could think of. So yeah, I was just really disappointed, and it's my problem. Roy's great, I like him a lot, but for me it just wasn't really something too special. But the voice actor also voices Ancient Reptilian Brain, and if it was here, I would be so happy, because he would go like, you know, to the top of the top, because I love it, how it sounds, what it says. Is just such an amazing character, really. And Roy is just okay, he's fun, he's nice, you know, he's chill, you know, he's the definition of chill. But yeah, he stays here. And now we have Renee and Gaston. I kinda see them as one character, and they did give me something, and that is their friendship. I like that they have this love-hate relationship with each other. They have a lot of history, they have some memories, and it's just been, you know, a little side quest, getting to know their story and how they are connected to each other. So this is why they are both here, and they are not separable. Like this doesn't work, okay? But this works. Wait, she divided these guys. Cindy, just stay here. And we have 3 characters left. This guy, he's cool, he's cute, but I wouldn't remember him. Manana, honestly, same. Probably controversial, but yeah, he's also chill. He kind of gives us Roy energy, but I wouldn't say that there is anything that I'm too attached about him. And the last one is somehow Harry's doctor. I am not sure what to do with him. I don't think that he gave me too many, you know, emotions or feelings about the game. So he's just, yeah, he belongs in C tier in my opinion. So let me just maybe zoom out a little bit more. Yes. So this is my list, and for some characters I had good reasoning, you know, logic, success, but with some of them it was mostly about my feelings and my personal experiences. And I feel really good about this list, honestly. I know there are a couple of controversial opinions. I know that there are a couple of well-accepted ones, like with Kim, for example. I think everyone loves him, right? And it looks great. And if you're interested in watching my Let's Play, it was about suggestion, empathy, Inland Empire, all these good things. If you want to check it out, you can of course watch it on my channel. And have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye!